Hey, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Friday Night Smite, hosted by Freight Train and Souza. Sorry for the delay, but this is what happens when you do a live stream tournament and you have to wait for teams to finish up. So apologies about that, as we're going to bring you this first semifinals matchup, Risky Behavior versus Spitfire. This is going to be the first bans and picks coming in. Looks like Risky's going to ban out the Odin. Okay.
Yeah, usually that's a sign that somebody's gonna be looking for a hell here, honestly. So either this behavior knows something that Spitfire can play really, really well, or they're looking for something like a hell or a heavy healing comp here.
Yeah, I mean, it normally means like the Ra might come out. Maybe Pomponius, who's very known for playing these mid lane healers that we. Maybe he wants to play it in the solo lane. Maybe that Ra or the Hell, who typically gets times for the farm match, and it gives her a little bit more ability to run away, so she didn't tank as often. Rest of the bands are coming out. Hell, you called it. Hell is the
Yep.
they banned out Circuit. Like Spitfire banned out the Circuit, the other anti healing. As soon as that happened, they went ahead and locked in that. But in response,
this is the perfect
Giannis.
set of bans. Yeah, Giannis, however, is a really, really good pickup in responses when they bring the mobility to the table for Spitfire. So they got to shy out rotating them and really punishing the hell pickup here if they go for a lot of early ganks in the mid lane or the solo lane. We're more likely to see a hell, I'd say, because she's got a lot more safety there, but she works as that flex pickup here, so it'll be either Xeno or Pomponis who plays her, but both very experienced mages, so I'm not going to be surprised either way. But Kepri also on the table. The nice thing about these bans here is this doesn't have Spitfire to get two incredibly strong picks right off the bat.
Oh, the Kepri is just an amazing pick. You can never go wrong with Kep. I mean, the guy is just unbelievable. The fact that he has a battle res. Look for Spitfire maybe now that Odin is banned and Circuit's banned. Maybe go with the Afro. We kind of did see that yesterday. Envious Gaming, a former AFK, Circuit was available, but maybe they decided to go with the Kepri Kali Aphrodite combination. Kali could just never die. she has her own ultimate. Like Kali will never die. Like they have to look out for that risky behavior on this side of things. That Pomponius is hovering over the Athena pick for support. Like also be.
Yeah, Bologna likely to be the jungler in this matchup here, unless they opt to just go and put Hell in the mid lane instead. Thor instantly locked in by Spitfire there, so they knew exactly what they wanted here. And well, Spitfire has an incredibly scary team of top tier gods, honestly, already. So leading this third ban phase, I could look towards an ADC ban, or probably try to look towards ADC is going to be the most sure thing here. So I expect them to go for that, or maybe a Hoonbots ban.
Like Medusa's gonna get banned out for the prison, and Risky decides to go out with needing a ADC. Medusa already banned out. Maybe they go with the Freya.
Mm-hmm.
Hyper. Don't want to go too much more. They're gonna ban out the Sobek for the anti-healing that Sobek brings. Okay, I understand that. Yeah, I mean, Sobek with a Divine Ruin, whether it's a solo lane Sobek or any Sobek, is really that anti-healing is very hell trying to avoid.
I mean, he'd be a solid solo lane pickup here if Spitfire want to go for that. So it's definitely a really understandable ban out that they could go for. So I do actually like the fact that they're banning Armor they want to pick here. Could we possibly see an Aphrodite coming out of them as well, since they're banning out so many anti-healers, or just trying to get Hell that extra safety net?
I would like to see Spitfire go with Afro.
Honestly.
I think the Afro would be it could lock onto with Apollo, keep him going in the fights again with Kepri. The combination works. If you have Kepri Afro, one player should not realistically be dying. We have so many ultimates. David S. Famous is going to lock in that Hui as he hovered over it last game. Didn't get to see it. He hovered over it. They banned it out. Then he picked up Apollo. Well, with Deadly Midget on the other side picking up the Apollo, he's like, hey, I can play Hui now. Cool. So we'll see what he brings to the table with his character.
Yeah, it's like going to bounce around quite a bit, I'd say. Also, Thanatos locked in here for risky behavior as well, going for this early game pressure to get them off the just off the table as fast as possible. And hell, with a little bit of help from Thanatos, she's going to scale up into a monstrosity here. And all in all, risky behavior was a scary scaling team, but Spitfire, they're responding with some early aggression here. They're going to put an ISIS on the table.
Yeah, really interesting. I'm not too sure whether that's going to be going solo or mid. I mean, both mages can be played in either role, so it's just going to be up in the air where that. Or if Deadly is their solo or their mid lane. Deadly might.
Mostly.
On paper, I mean, you have Athena global, you have
I
Bologna
think,
very tough and tanky, and then you've got Hell, who's just going to be that annoying. This is going to be an interesting matchup.
I mean, the scary thing too is that Xenotronics will scale up incredibly terrifyingly hard on that Hell. I mean, we've seen Hell just completely turn around games. Actually, last week in the EU Challengers Cup as well, I believe it was the Poppies versus Team Bizarre game where one of the players on Poppies ended up playing Hell, and the game was going so incredibly well for Bizarre until suddenly Hell turned on like that. They couldn't kill her. They couldn't kill her team. It was an unstoppable monstrosity, and realistically, we could see that happen again if the game gets late enough. So you've got to be able to shut out that time bomb that's Hell
Yeah,
incredibly
it
fast.
happened to Omega with the Eager team as well. When Omega Hell one time, he was tanked like 4 or 5 times, down several kills, and then the game becomes Hell.
Mm-hmm.
He's that
You,
ticking
you
time
can't
bomb.
just focus on shutting a Hell down. You've got to win. Like, you've got to shut
Yeah.
Hell down and then win.
Yeah, you have to be able to do that. We have about 140 seconds until the spectator client brings us into the game, so we're going to hit up our pause screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is our first semifinals matchup of the evening, Risky Behavior versus Spitfire. So we're going to bring this to you in the next couple minutes, so stay tuned with us.
Mind.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back to Friday Night Smite as Risky Behavior versus Spitfire in our first semifinals matchup. Apologize for the little bit of laughing over here as we had some spectator client bugs going on. So, yeah, just kind of hilarious little stuff going on in the spectator client when you're trying to load in. As a couple wards getting placed on the left-hand side, we're going to introduce the teams. Risky Behavior, you already know the boys in blue. Real quick, we'll run it over. Pompodius, Skeleton, Xenotronics going to be running the hell mid. Wubbin supporting, and Famous Hate, of course, going to be on an ADC role.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the other side, we've got Spitfire. Well, also rated Spitfire. It seems the Mollusk playing the Thor in the jungle. Turnip bringing out, well, Apollo in the duo lane Typhlosion. His support on Capri. Deadly Midget. Looks like he's going to be either a solo lane, actually he's going to be the mid lane mage on Giannis, and we've got a solo lane Isis being played by Crazy Toaster.
Yeah, Crazy Toaster can bring out that purple pot.
I mean, it's a pretty good item on Isis. I mean, it lets you exploit some very early power spikes on her, lets you abuse people in lane, and push the lane quite heavily with your Wing Gust, and it makes any of her engagements super terrifying early on in the game.
So, quick little side note as the camps are getting started right now. I decided to play a solo casual game, and I was like, just duo queue with a buddy of mine. Decided to go solo lane, and I happened to go up against Cyclone Spin. And Cyclone Spin went Red Pot, Bluestone Uller, and he pooped all over me. So ever since then, I just constantly buy Red Pot on every character now. But I'm just like, screw it, I'm going Cyclone style. That's my new thing. I'm just going to go Cyclone on everything. Just buy Purple Pot on every character.
It sounds like you really just spun your world around right there that time.
Yeah, he really did. He was all over me. It's mid lane Xenotronics giving a lot of poke out to Deadly Midget right here. About they're going to go look at the right-hand Harpies right now. Anatos and them. They're not going to want to contest this over here as and then we'll just try to take these left-hand Harpies. But we saw what happened with Risky Behavior last time. They're the ones that got caught at the left-hand Harpies. Let's see if they do the same thing.
This time around, actually, it seems like they're the ones who are being aggressive here. I mean, they've got a Hell and a Thanatos. Thanatos is there to just make sure that Xenotronics can just deliver that damage unfiltered and unstopped. And, well, we know how much damage this Thanatos can do. We've all been on the receiving end of those early game death sites, and in those tiny little mid-camp areas, it's so hard to fight against this kind of competition here because they've got so much tight AoE. The death sites are almost guaranteed to land on you in these tight corridors, so it's too risky of a fight to take against Risky Behavior's mid lane right now.
He also went Red Pot, I believe he's hovering over. Yeah.
It looks like he did.
Yeah, he did over there with what he's got in items. He's going to be hitting super hard right now. Mid lane still going back and forth right now. Nothing too much. Looks like they're going to try to take the back rights here. We'll take a look at the duo lane. And ooh, Type going to miss the pull right there. He misses the abduct. Famous Hate going to get out of there. And right now, a little bit of an advantage as far as the push side goes to the boys in red.
Yeah, good push starting early for them, and Apollo gonna have that nice time here, especially against this Athena and Famous Hate combo here. Famous Hate gonna be relying on these bounces or just straight shots to really get Navis kind of push going, and not gonna be able to get those super pushes going until he really feels it. Also does have his stun online now once he gets that mark of the Golden Crow, so gonna have an easier time trading against Risky Behavior here. Risky Behavior have an easier time trading against Spitfire here as the lane goes on and on a bit, but so far they gotta play it so safe versus Typhlosion and Turnip because they could absolutely shred them if given even a few seconds alone, because one abduct is all it's going to take. Just spray and pray shots into somebody.
Yeah, Thanatos is level 4 right now, not level 5. Looking to maybe gank, but now Crazy Toaster, we'll see. Spirit Ball's going to connect right there. That's going to be pretty easy. Now it's going to be a matter of who gets the first blood, and, well, Pompones will go ahead and secure that right there, and that's going to be the first blood of the game going out of Behavior.
This lane is this combo is absolutely terrifying here. Thanatos brings so much kill pressure to every lane he's ganking here, and unfortunately for the solo laner of Risky Behavior, not a Risky Spitfire, Risky Behavior picked them out and just went completely nuts for them, and they still got his ultimate available, so he's still got that stun engage. He's gonna use it right now, looking for a fight in the mid lane. Xeno goes aggro here. He dies on him, but Xeno's so low. Mollusk going to be surviving here as he starts to spin to win. Heal up by killing the minions there. Will be Skeleton, so he's gonna get out, but unfortunately Xenotronics took too much damage in that engagement as he went a little too aggressive, a little too early.
Yeah, Skelly didn't land in time yet. Left side not going to be up. A little bit of a disengage. The ultimate didn't work out right there for them as Xeno did try to heal himself back up. But really, again, like I said, too much damage. Too early game, Hell, level 5, not going to be able to heal all that.
Yeah, a little bit too much damage early on. And like I said, Hell, not going to have the most amazing healing early on, but that'll be fixed with time and gear, of course. So, standard MMO teachings there that carry over into a MOBA. Time, gear, and of course, you never die as a healer when that happens. But For now, risky behavior. Have to take a few less risks. Luckily, though, they did get first blood in the solo lane engagement, so Xenotronics not really giving up too much, especially since risky behavior are able to secure the mid camps. And Spitfire, there weren't really many objectives to secure after they got their kill.
And nothing else going on. Spear Ball is going to connect though at the right hand heartbeat. So Athena's going to be ulting Skelly. Is it going to be enough? It is enough right now. Heal's coming out. Circle protection not going to do enough damage, but they're still trying to go on the Thanatos. If they can get rid of his red pot, that's huge. Eagles Rally is going to be there to deter. One man taunt going to connect. Deadly Midget's going to retreat, and this is going to be the disengage call as Khepri has come into the.
Yeah, Khepri joining the party here, and you've got to respect the Khepri, especially since Typhlosion has his ultimate available now. He's going to be a major threat in any engagement because you have to respect it. You have to understand the fact that somebody's going to come back to Let's Indie fight. The Abduct falls short, though, and now Xenotronics in a great position to trade back fire. Typhlosion, receiving some of his own medicine as Spitfire, actually being fire spit straight at them by the mid laner of risky behavior.
Yeah, just, running out of mana. That's the thing about Hell. That's why her best position is probably mid lane, realistically. I mean, just because you want to maybe have that frontline warrior, but she's really better off with a blue buff versus a red buff initially. But it looks like Khepri's still taking a ton of poke damage right here. Might actually fall. Yeah, that's going to be the first kill right there for Skelly right there, and that's going to be good use of that. Well, the red pot's already actually ticked off, so.
I mean, he got good use of it, though, because he got first blood, so.
Actually, Pomp stole the first blood from him, so he didn't even get the kill. But he got the assist. He got some
good
money.
Use of it with the assist. Gave his team more gold overall, and even though he didn't get like the major gold out of it, I'd still say that with the team gold you gained there, it was worth it.
Yeah, it's always good. But I mean, Thanatos, hey, you go red pot because you're going for the early kill. If it happens, it happens. Famous Hayden looks like turn up over here, kind of hanging around and about. Nothing else. Famous thing to go with the Death's Toll. We saw Allied, I think, the other day bring out Famous, and he decided to go with Bluestone and Transcendence build. I actually like the as the boxing goes on, Stump comes out. There's the Mez. Here goes the fight. Oh, there goes the Thor gank right there. Famous was not in the right position. Ultimate comes out from Giannis on the backside as well. That was going to be a fall for Famous no matter what he did.
And risky behavior, they're not in position here. They're going straight for the gold for the side of Spitfire. Risky behavior, they're not going to be able to respond, but Athena joining the party. Xenotronics bringing in the drop missile. Wubbin right here. Wubbin trying to find his way through, but Xeno gets stunned out here. He's going to be taken down as fast as they can. Wubbin waiting in the corners, but the Mollusk already has claimed a kill here. They're trying to fast push as best they can, but they've already broken off the side of risky behavior. And Spitfire, they're just going to be getting a guaranteed gold for you here, but they're chasing a bit too much, it seems. They really want that Wubbin kill, and they might have just wasted too much time to get this gold fury here, as now Pomponius gets a kill on a crazy toaster here. He's going to be looking to respond as soon as
Thanatos
he can.
Has ult, yeah, but they're going to look at that.
This is going to be too risky for them to take. Yeah, they can't do it as they wasted too much time chasing.
At the same time, really, when you think about it nowadays, the Gold Fury is not worth nearly the same amount of money at 6 minutes in the game. So maybe the chase is not that big. They're getting a kill. They're putting the support a little bit further to behind. I don't mind that as much. If it was at like the 12 or 15 minute mark, I'd be like, hey guys, get the Gold Fury. At the 6 minute mark, it's probably not the biggest thing to go ahead and chase a kill versus getting gold, because really maybe every player gets 100 gold, or something like that. Versus, it might be a little bit understated. So
it's fair enough, especially since it is so early in the game. Which it was kind of hard to actually consider that, considering the fact that that's a really, really early gold fury. We don't really normally see that situation happen all that often. So, yeah, I can actually agree with you on that one, that maybe getting the kill, especially setting the support behind, like you said, was a bit better than it is.
Thor's up in the air on the right-hand side, actually. He's not going to be in range right there, as I just saw him over there. But he was on a blue ward right here. I'll hover over it. So, Lona knew. Pomponius knew what was happening. He was not going to allow that Thor.
Pomponius, at this point, he has to be expecting to get pressured and ganked out here. Is actually Turnip had to rush away in his ultimate earlier in the duel lane as well. Now, risky behavior setting up pressure all over the map right now. Sitting in the duel lane right now, securing that buff. Typhlosion going to be caught out and silenced, but...
Oh, that bounce!
There's the bounce! Oh my god, that was huge!
Famous. Oh, if there was a little bit more damage on that, he would have been down and out. But that's going to put that's going to put a Type right there. He's going to have to go back to base. He's got no response to that, so he'll be a little bit behind. Skeleton going to take a little bit of poke, yeah. Fight's going on the right-hand side. Oh, yeah.
Especially with Wubbin teleporting over there. Pomponius trying to survive here. He should be able to dash away, but Xeno and Skeledon, they're coming in for the backup here. Pomponius not getting stunned out. He's going to drop so much damage right on with the slam jam, but the Mollusk getting carried away to safety with a quick teleport. Typhlosion dropping the ultimate just in case of Skeledon. He's going to take a huge chunk of burst as well. They're doing what they can. However, they're not going to find a way through instead of risky behavior, but a huge taunt. It's good. Right into Xenotronics, dropping the hammer on them. Same thing for Pomponius. Famous 8 dive bombs in and completely bombs Deadly Midget right there. That's going to be a huge kill going over to Famous 8 here. And that's a lot of pressure on this tier 1 middle tower, but gotta back off. On the side, turned up, putting the pressure to their left side tier 1 as well.
Yeah, it's also the wave over there. Positive news out of that rotation is that it's always tough to rotate when you're either on both sides. If you're in the solo or if you're in the... It's always tough to make that rotation because you don't want to lose waves. You don't want to lose anything. But Famous able to get a kill out of it is going to put him in a good position. Someone does have to try to defend this tower if they don't want to... Well, at least there's minions there. It won't take too much, but Famous go... I'm used to seeing Famous on Apollo. Turnip going to go ahead and back, actually, at that moment.
Yeah, this is a pretty big turnaround considering the fact that, like you said, normally it's Famous 8 on the Apollo here, but I'll have to get used to it, it seems, as right now, Pomponius doing a lot of work on the soul lane still, up quite a pretty penny on his opponent here, sitting at 2-0-2, rocking a nice 2-level lead over Isis as well, so Crazy Toaster having a rush time in this current matchup, it seems.
Well, this time Pomponius is getting the best of it. Last time he was the one that was 2 levels behind. This time he's the one that's up, so... A little bit of a different situation for him. He might be loving this, the fact that he's not the Guan Yu that's behind this time around. So
yeah, he's not the one that's falling super far behind. I'm getting a lot of major lag on my spectator client. How's it actually looking for you right now?
Right now, not too bad on my end over here. Where are you sitting? I'm sitting at 10:15 still. The time frames.
Yeah, I'm on the same time, but unfortunately, I'm just getting a lot of FPS lag right now and some server lag as well. So I'll do the best I can, but right now, Smite is not looking happy for me.
Oh, well, you know, when does Smite ever look happy?
Yeah, true. Especially in the spectator client.
Yeah, we never know right here, but it's all right. Like I said, we'll do what we can right now until we get reset. Oh, ultimate's coming on the left-hand side. That's 2 ultimates. Famous 8 must have smelt that one out or got the calls from the ward coverage. So that's going to be a Thor ult and Giannis ult down right here on the left-hand side. Fights are going in. Here's Skeleton up in the air. He's going to land on top of Khepri, and Taunt's going to be good, but Portal's going to be better. Go ahead and secure his Khepri out of there as Deadly Midget. A little bit of zoning, so come out of that fight. But again, a couple down ultimates that are globals for Boys in Red.
Oh yeah, that's a huge takeaway here for the blue side right now. And as long as they can keep up this pressure here, they're going to find a nice bit of gold here. As now they start to go for it, but the chase is still ongoing for Pomponius and Skeleton. They've got their friends taking this down. A huge Eagles rally right into a death side. The Skeleton secures that one, but Turnip and his friends, they are trying to cause some trouble here. Gold Fury has been reset as Famous 8. He's so low, but Turnip getting burned down. He'll die to the meteor rain of Famous 8 right there. And a quick duel turns sour for Turnip. Risky behavior. They're starting to take this game by the head and run off with it. And right now, this should be a free Gold Fury going their way.
I love what Famous did right there. Like, I love I think he's one of the best hunters in the game. And this is a corridor right here that I'm over here on the map that I'm shaking it at that you guys can see. That corridor right there is so deadly. Any corridor that we get in is very deadly. He had the mark on him, was able to get a nice bounce off of the walls, get I think it was a 2-shot ricochet right there that took a turn himself off, and then the ultimate just kind of secured the kill, and he was able to fight through it with the help of Hell Heal. But bottom line was that ricochet was really what turned the fight with that stun. I mean, the ability for Hui to box a hunter in a close space like that is just, it has to go to his advantage.
It has to, but as well at the same time, we got to fight. We're going to do it. Well, not really sure to fight in the soul lane is Spitfire. They're trying to make plays. They're trying to make plays, but he's not really finding that many good ults so far. I mean, they're just fallen slightly short. He's been a little too far away trying to avoid wards, or he's been warded out, and it's unfortunate, but Abs now fighting the mid lane breaks out. Skeleton trying to crash down with Wubbin, but all over the place. People just trying to find shots, but not quite finding them. But Deadly Midget almost finds the unstable Vortex. Thor comes in, spin to win, does secure the kill, and the rampage for Mollusk, who, well, despite the complaints we've had, he is playing well. Xeno gonna get grabbed, dragged, and slaughtered by the Mollusk right there with an Apollo crashing down as well. He's found his double kill. He's looking for more. He's so low on mana, though. The bounce from Famous not quite hitting. A 3-man taunt will buy time for risky behavior to escape, but Spitfire ready to pressure back towards these towers. They've got an answer for the Gold Fury, and it's called Tower Gold.
Yeah, it's going to be 500 gold, more than likely going the way of the boys in red right here if they get it, and they will secure it. Big bludgeon coming in, and the taunt's going to connect. Wubbin with a great taunt, but the bludgeon gets on 3. Deadly Midget's going to be in trouble on the left-hand side. Turnip's going to run away. They're not going to be able to catch Giannis. I highly doubt it. He's already in the duo lane, and he should have a safe back. That could have been a lot different if Deadly Midget didn't get out of there. And whew, that taunt bludgeon was huge.
Deadlier. And it looks like it's still going to be deadly. Here's Pomponius. He's actually trying to fight versus his 2v1 right now, and he's got teammates to back him up. One with the blink taunt right into Skeleton's arms. Gonna fire off a death side. Gonna force Mollusk to ultimate here once again. This will be another, unfortunately, not wasted. It did help him survive, but another ultimate down for important team fights in the future. Plus, there's a risky behavior. They've got a few seconds to actually take advantage of this.
Yeah, what happened in that last team fight with the Thanatos, you called it, he was like trying to dunk down with Wubbin. I think Thanatos was like, oh, I need to get out of here. Like, he was in an OS moment where he was like, I need to get on out of this moment. And then he saw the Athena and was like, oh, maybe we could do something. And he crashed down way too early, missed everything, and really just put himself in a bad situation. So the Thanatos ended up falling in that engagement. But this moment, 2-1-4 as a Thanatos. But like you said, even with the complaints of not hitting all the ultimates, their Thor is 6-0-0. And the reason why they're in the game, he's got all the kills.
Yeah, Mollusk has actually been a major threat in these team fights. His walls have been solid. His spin to wins, he's been in a great position with all of them. He's hitting backswing after backswing. He's always got a good eye for his targets here. There's another fight going down the solo lane, trying to dive Crazy Toaster, but Toaster got circle protection. He's got the tower protection as well. He's going to be fine and difficult to actually find a way into it at the time. So, all in all, they're trying to make plays all over the place, but both teams making it very, very difficult to secure anything.
Yeah, 2-for-1 ultimates right there. Ice is circle protection down, but they did use Skellies and they did opens right to get over to that right-hand side. As this again, the fight's continuing over here. Wubbin might have to look for a nice little taunt. Deadly is just shot his ultimate out, so space and time is no longer available. Taunt comes through right there, not going to do too much, but another wall, not going to connect that time. But this time Thor's going to go in there, and he should land on Skelly, and he does, and that's going to be the 7th kill. He's unstoppable right now. Big bludgeon. Turnip's going to secure Xeno right now. Mid tower's gone. They've got no lane pressure, boys. This is not where you want to be.
Oh, not at all, but Famous 8 coming around the corner as well. He's a bit too late to the party as Turnip has secured the fight. Mollusk, he might have TP'd a bit too far. He'll get shot, but he's got the Capri just in case. He's going to be safe and sound. Now Typhlosion keeping up the pressure. Spirit Balls from the backside, raining into the line as best they can. A Blake taunt coming through, but is it enough as Typhlosion gets the catch? He might get the kill. The sun comes bearing down on Wubbin, but it's not going to connect. They're trying to find the tower, but Turnip not quite doing the damage. Typhlosion got the safety for his tower, and he's bringing in Athena to a knife fight, it seems. He's also brought his own bow as well, so... Well, unfortunately, Spitfire, they've got
He's got no mana, though.
Can they,
yeah.
though? He has no mana, and the taunt falls short here. He should be safe and sound aside of Spitfire. Risky behavior. They got to back off as Spitfire put up a huge chunk of pressure here. Mollusk actually still going aggro here, knowing there's no mana on Famous Hate, but has to back away from Wubbin as Famous Hate still will bring the pain with autos.
Yeah, pretty much half helped him right there with the double tap into the teleport to Berserker Barrage, who did a lot of damage. Right now, Gold Fury getting ready to spawn out less than... So actually, here comes the dance right now. It's coming down, so this is the next objective. But everyone on Risky Behavior will be up for this fight, and their ultimate should be coming back online soon. Famous Hate's back online for Objective Secure. Thanatos back online. Here goes Mollusk. He's back in the air again. What's he looking for?
Yeah, he's looking for a huge fight. That's what he finds it. He finds 2 with the slam, but at the same time, Eagles Rally landing onto so many right there. Typhlosion trying to find a way into the fight as well as a spin to win, just shredding through the health bars of Risky Behavior right now. The Suns will split the fight up quite nice. Circle protection gives a little bit of healing to Typhlosion. Pomponius looking to just completely force to disengage here as it looks like Famous Hate will dive around as best he can with that dive bomb, but Turnip have forced the team back here. Spitfire looking to take over the Gold Fury here. The entirety of Risky Behavior, they're ready to return as well. They've got the hell healing. This is going to be a huge risk for Risky Behavior, but can they return the shot?
Big Blink taunt!
They will catch onto him, but the Blink, it's good! He catches 4! Now the Gold Fury has to be reset here. We're looking for a dive in from Famous Hate. The bounce won't quite land, though, as the wall splits the team in 2 right there. Famous Hate, he's doing what he can, but Mollusk blinks it on top of him. He's going to get dropped by the portal, hit by a huge unstable vortex here, as through space and time lands into so many, but the taunts, they're incredible, as Skeleton picks up the 2nd kill in the fight onto Mollusk right there. There's 3 still standing, but there's so much healing out of Xeno right now. They're going to try to find the re-engage with Xeno. He's only at a quarter health. He brings them back up to health at half at worth here. Skeleton zoning incredibly well.
Another 3-man taunt!
He gets the 3-man taunt again. They're all grouped up with a huge bounce and Risky Behavior. They're taking this fight incredibly easily, and they're making it look like an easy win right here. Skeleton, he finds the ultimate Typhlosion going to fall, and then Xeno picks up another victim. And Risky Behavior, just like that, they take a huge team fight after Spitfire. They took way too big a risk with that Gold Fury.
I mean, MVP Wubbin. Like, the taunts. Like, the Blink taunt came in, got a handful, got at least 3, if not 4 right there. Came in again, just dash taunt, got 3 into the corridor right there, and just The play from Wubbin has been spectacular on these taunts. He's got 9 assists right now and 2 kills to his name. Only died that one time so far, and that's really what's allowed them to keep back in this fight right now. I mean, Famous Hate and the rest of the guys would be nowhere without these taunts from Wubbin.
I mean, his setup has been absolutely huge, and I have to say at the same time, Xenotronics on Hell has constantly just been catching Spitfire off guard, it seems. I mean,
he has 14,000 healing already.
Yeah, they thought they forced him back. But then Hell happened. Xenotronics is at a point in this build where he can just fire off heal after heal after heal, and just like that, Risky Behavior, they were back up to nearly full health, and at the point where Spitfire's like, alright, they're really low, half health at best, this is going to be an easy gold for us against most teams, but well, most teams don't have a Hell, and you have to respect that healing if you want to take a major objective like that, especially with how on point Wubbin has been, and the fallout from his team has been as well.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the graphs right now. 14,000 healing from Hell, and top damage is going on at 16k. Next is going to be Thor at 15,000, and then afterwards there goes the Giannis at 10. But Xeno's able to out heal pretty much one of those damage, so that's just one missing that you have right there. As the Thor is going to jump in there in the mid lane. Wubbin's going to get another taunt on right here, but not going to connect more than one this time. But there goes Xeno, just going to ult on top of him. He's going to take a lot of damage. Thor is just fighting it though.
And he's fighting as best he can, but they're trying to find all the kills. Xenotronics still surviving to the very end, but he will go down to Deadly Midget now as Pomponius joining the party. Bounce falls short of Mollusk, unfortunately, as Grey Sister sets up a huge fight for his ultimate. Pulled back in circle protection is Pomponius, but it doesn't matter. Wall will block the advance here as Wubbin blinks back in. He finds a taunt on the 2, and it looks like the collapse from Risky Behavior has come through. Portal catches so many, including himself on the side of Risky Behavior. They're chasing a Deadly Midget, but Midget will fall to Skeleton right there as the chase continues. A dive bomb towards Typhlosion as Skeleton gets the silence, looking for that death side for the slow. He could find it as he's chasing very, very quickly behind. Will activate his steroid as he goes for the fight here. Typhlosion realizes it's time to face his fate and face the Skeleton Death Chamber as now another one will fall here. Risky Behavior, they go 1 for 2 here, and it looks like Xeno's already back in the action here as he has respawned already.
Yeah, he's already back up in the axe. He'll be ready to go right now. Looking at Xeno's build, gonna try to get tanky. He's got an uncommon sash. That's gonna probably end up turning into what would imagine to be a Warlocks. If he doesn't feel comfortable stacking, it's probably just gonna be an Ethereal, which is the easier way to go if you don't have time to stack. 21 minutes in the game. I don't know really. Right now, the ISIS has 38 stacks at 21 minutes. There is still room to stack at the 20-minute mark. I just don't know where Xeno feels he needs. He needs the health now. He'll go into Ethereal. If he feels like he can wait, he'll probably just go.
I'm expecting him to go for the Ethereal here because that's just going to give him that nice little boost of power when his team needs it. But, I mean, like you said, there still could be time for finding stacks here. But with how aggressive this game has been, we're at 25 kills at the 21-minute mark. There's been at least a kill a minute. These teams, they've been constantly fighting each other. There would be more kills and deaths, I feel, if it weren't for the fact that both these teams, they're just making it so difficult to actually fully commit to these major fights. So,
I don't know how people can play Hell. You just get camped. Hino's got 5 deaths. You just get camped. Like, you got anti-heal. Like, it sucks to play Hell. It's just like, you just get camped so hard.
At this point, he realizes that he's still important even then. He's not the major damage carrier yet. He's essentially a support mid laner at this point. And he realizes that that's the trade-off he has to make here. Even then, with lower stats, he's still a huge threat in these team fights. He has to be camped or else, well, there's no way Spitfire could win these fights if they don't take him out as fast as they can.
Looks like this is where Thanatos is starting to fall off a little bit. That Death Sight just kind of tickled the Khepri right there. That's level 12. But big 2-man taunt. There's the big Eagles rally over top. Khepri go to ult himself, and right now it looks like he might end up falling as there goes the Thanatos. But a big ultimate by the Apollo is going to maybe secure a couple.
Yeah, that's a ton of AoE coming out now. Famous Hate doing what he can to poke back. This time Typhlosion joining the party as well. Turnip sliding into the backside. He gets taunted though. Famous Hate goes Skyrim with the dive bomb. But Turnip is waiting, willing, and able here. But he's still going to deal with Pomponius. That's going to be a great scourge to buy some time. But Turnip, can he survive? One swing from Pomponius will be enough. But Turnip finds his double kill. A deicide for Spitfire as now Risky Behavior. They're back down to a even game. Kills are all but even. Gold is completely even at 23 minutes in. And Risky Behavior, although the fight looked good for them, Spitfire turned it back around, and they're going to take the pure deicide right there in exchange for one, as now they're getting set up around this gold fire giant. They're getting the vision. This could be a huge, huge swing in the game.
Yeah, Crazy's going to start it up. Doesn't have his ultimate quite up just yet. It should be up in about 40 seconds, so this fire giant will be completed by then, but with only Xeno up, Well, now there comes Skelly. I don't know if he can make it in time. That fight just kind of went wrong because there's still a tier 1 tower, and they were fighting in between so much. But the Fire Giant is doing so much damage.
So
MVP is the Fire Giant for a second there, as it almost... I thought they might have attempted to defend it with Skelly's ultimate, but not able to make the rotation over there.
Yeah, they had an idea that it was happening, but they have no vision of it right now.
No vision ends up leading to the loss of the Fire Giant. I mean,
they had an inkling, but they respawned in time. They could have made something, but they had to make the immediate call to go straight for it. And now, unfortunately, they have no idea it's down. They have no idea what's missing. They haven't even spotted the members of Spitfire yet, so they don't know that they have the buff ticking on them right now. So, looks like risky behavior. They're in for a bit of a shock when they see this one. So,
well, they lost the Fire Giant last time, and they had a great defense and ended up turning the game around. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to the same thing happening right now. Right now, Risky Behavior has been the one to get the 2 gold. The one to get the 2 gold Furies, and right now Spitfire able to get the Fire Giant buff, and that's kind of the bigger objective to take at this point. As right now, they're going to try to get their first gold Fury and really start to put somewhat of a lead on the board. As like you said, it's pretty much even in gold. Experience is dipping a little bit to the boys in red, but at this point in time, 25 minutes in the game, most characters are relatively leveled out.
And, well, there we go. Spitfire get that free gold Fury. And unfortunately, Risky Behavior, their backs were, well, to put it bluntly, they were just really, really poorly timed a few times in a row right there. And that stood up to giving up way too many objectives. They didn't make the immediate call they needed to for the Fire Giant. And they just backed at the awkward times there for the gold Fury. So Spitfire doing a great job taking advantage of that, as now they've got a Fire Giant. They can siege up quite nicely. They're even in gold and experience, so they're not in any danger of the siege here. So all in all, this could be a big one. But Woman goes in for the blink taunt. Skeleton in the air right now as Mollusk actually finds a huge dunk, but will it be enough? They're forced to disengage here as Hell is cleansing almost everything, but Famous getting dove upon by Turnip here. Turnip raining death from behind. He finds the kill into Famous. He finds Xeno as well, as looks like we're going to see a dive from Woven, but Woven actually landing back where he started thanks to his teammate already being dead. Pomponius being pushed down by the mid laner, by the soul laner, Crazy Toaster actually. Now ISIS doing whatever they can. They're raining as much death as possible. The Phoenix already about to fall, and down it goes. This could be 3 Phoenixes here, as now there's nothing available to stop them. Risky Behavior, they're missing all their important carries. This is going to be 3 Phoenixes for sure for Spitfire, and just like that, this game suddenly turned on its head.
Yeah, a really big turnaround right there, as they're going to take the tier 2. Maybe they don't get all 3 Phoenixes because there was this tier 2 on the right-hand side, but they're at least going to get 2 of them right now, and honestly, they have a lot. Golden Hand is, let's see which one Golden Hand. You know what, I'm just going to click on it. Golden Hand, wow, look at Turnip over there. 3K gold, 2,300, 2,400 for Giannis, 2K. Pretty much everyone really at the 2K mark, other than the support. And this moment in time, they're going to buy back. I mean, that's a full Deathbringer in hand for the Apollo right there. You'll get it. So, big DPS increase for the Apollo.
If we thought Turnip was Sierra right now, I am pretty terrified of him with his new full Deathbringer right after that. He is several bits of crit damage ahead of his counterpart right now, and Spitfire, they are in a position to command this game and close it out. All it's left to do is actually make the closing statements and the closing arguments here, but Risky Behavior. We saw them coming back from a deficit previously. We saw them come back from a bad Fire Giant, but they ended up losing 2 of their Phoenixes and all of their Tier 1 towers that time around. They've got to play it absolutely perfectly from here on out to even stand a chance of winning here, and it's going to be a really, really uphill battle for them at this point.
Yeah, it's really tough. This Thor, just 7-2, like, again, just been so much damage. I mean, really been a terror among everyone on the team. Backline, been everywhere trying to go ahead and do as much damage as possible with Berserker's Barrage. His walls have been relatively on point. A couple ultimates here or there, but hey, everyone misses Thor ults. I mean, it's not a big deal at all, but right now the last Phoenix is under siege, and Thor's going to be in the air and see where he decides to go.
He's looking to set this one up already, but they're just scattering as much as they can. It's not going to be enough, though. They just go straight for Skeleton. Skeleton, force Skyborn as hell, does find an ult as well. Pomponius dives into the fight, putting his steroid right where he wants to. Skeleton stuns out quite a few. His Turnip taken low as well, but he's getting all the saving from his teams right there, and they're going to push them back. Typhlosion still holding on the ultimate there, so they have to kill through somebody else as well. Mollusk getting landed on right there. He gets taunted in. He gets taken down by Xenotronics as the first kill of the fight goes over to Risky Behavior. They're running a great sustained fight, but they lose their 3rd Phoenix in the process. and Spitfire got exactly what they wanted, but Famous Hate finds even more right there as he dives on in. He's got the Aegis ticking for a few seconds, buying him safety from the Isis, but it wasn't nearly enough as they're trying to find their way back in this one. Bounce doing some extra damage as Famous Hate gets tagged and bagged, but he dive bombs away from the unstable Vortex now as Wubbin still trying to find targets. He's stunned out by the Spirit Ball though as the unstable Vortex lands on the Famous Hate. Bounce not matching the mark of the Golden Crow right there as beads are popped as well. Vortex hits him on the backside as well. Xeno picks up another kill this fight as Wubbin chasing down Typhlosion, and it looks like risky behavior. They're going to rebuff Spitfire, but they've got to defend their base.
Can Famous find this bounce?
This
Famous can find this bounce. Like, this might be... Oh, he doesn't get it, Famous! He gets the bounce, but again, like, the minions are just doing so much damage. The Titans at half HP already. This chase, they're already starting Fire Giant. Famous, Wubbin, and Xena are going to be here to do fire, while Bologna and Thanatos do the defending the best they can for the fire minions. Again, risky behavior down, but not out. Yeah, Toaster can easily steal it. It's really going to be what the call is. They're going to go on Toaster, who's just jumping up and down, happy to try to steal this if they give it to her.
And especially with Mollusk right around the corner, this could be the big play. Turnip joining the party as well. They crash on the Wubbin. Circle Protection is down as they absolutely obliterate everybody on the side of risky behavior and the risky play. It's not quite working. Yes, Pomponius doing what he can. The Titan, however, it's under attack by minions, wave upon wave of fire minions. All Spitfire has to do is delay right now, and they have the game in the bag. The Titan is falling fast. Famous Hate returning to fight them off, but is it enough? The Titan's still falling lower and lower by the second, but they should be able to rebuff it as the Mollusk actually finds Pomponius in the back, but now risky behavior. They're in such a risky spot. Spitfire can push on through for the end here at 30 minutes in. Their Phoenixes are respawning, so they have a chance now, but
all eyes on Giannis.
It's
all eyes on Giannis ult.
Here.
Yeah, Giannis ult.
If they want to, but the Mollusk, he's in trouble. He's getting
here it is.
As well.
Giannis ult coming through.
Not quite there, but they're going straight for the end now as they dive towards the Giannis ultimate. They need something they can, but the Titan is falling so fast, and there we go. The Giannis ultimate will win the game. Spitfire take it away in a 30-minute slugfest, and what a game it was.
Yeah, nothing better than seeing that as a semifinals matchup. Again, these games just seem to be getting better and better. First, we had risky behavior coming back, and this time we see Spitfire the other way around making the comeback as they were the ones that were slightly behind. I mean, very slightly in the early game, but really this game was just out until I guess it was that mid lane fight where they kind of just dove. Risky behavior just dove past the tier 1 and really just took way too many tower shots and just found an unfortunate deicide. And on the boys of Spitfire, they found the fortunate deicide for them and were able to really just make that the game.
And that was definitely an incredible game there. A great performance from both sides. Kill count 21 and 21. And, well, up until that major Fire Giant play, about halfway through the game, this game was dead even all throughout. And honestly, risky behavior had a shot at coming back. This is the fact that Xenotronics, he's going to scale up massively no matter what you do. Scaledon was doing work. At the end of the day, I feel Mollusk, despite the fact he said his ultis weren't the best throughout the game, but he made enough good ones. He landed enough good shots, and he landed them when it counted. Turnip, he played so aggressive and incredibly well that he was able to just shred through these team fights. And all in all, Spitfire, they definitely earned their victory this time around. Commiserations to risky behavior, but they've earned their right to compete in the third place matchup for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to bring you guys the finals as soon as we can. I believe we're still waiting for this next semis to go through. Depending on where that is at in time frame, we